Well, we're finally on the board, guys. I do believe this has been the slowest day I have ever had on this river. It's a brown. He's long. He's probably 13 inches, but man, he's skinny. He hadn't been eating very well this winter. So let's get him unhooked and we'll get him back in the river. All right, brown number 2. Sorry guys, I'm filming on my phone. My GoPro batteries died and I don't know how. I fully charged it before I came, but so that's the second brown, probably about 12 inches, a little fatter than the last one. So we're gonna get them unhooked and get them back in. All right, brown number 3, they're kind of all twinners, probably about the same, right at 12 inches, skinny. They must not have eaten as well this winter, but at least the action's starting to pick up. It was super slow for the first hour. So third catch of the day, let's get them unhooked and back in the water. All right, brown number 4, look how spotted he is. Wow, man, he's beautiful. Those reds are so bright. So we'll get him unhooked and get him back in. He's a little bit fatter, a little better. Man, those spots are beautiful. Got another one, guys. Unfortunately, he got hooked pretty deep in the gills. You can see he's bleeding. So I don't think he's gonna make it. So we'll take him home and eat him, cook him up so he doesn't go to waste. Number 6, I think number 6, I kind of lost count. Number 6, I'm pretty sure. So again, about the same size, really pretty. We'll get them unhooked and get them back in the water. Probably the longest one of the day. I can't even get him all the way in frame. I would say he's 13 and a half, maybe hits 14, but man, he's skinny. Really pretty colored though. So we'll get him in the water. Well, thanks so much for coming along on that first fishing trip of the year, guys. Sorry again for the camera footage all just being from my phone. So, obviously I didn't get my phone out and try and film anything until after I'd caught a fish. And what had happened when I got home and pulled the SD card out of the GoPro, one of the times when I thought I had turned the GoPro off coming up out of the water, it was still on, so I had like 37 minutes straight of video, and that's what ran the battery down. So anyway, it was a weird day, because for like the first hour and 10 minutes, might even been an hour and 20, oh, there's Sandhill crane, I literally didn't catch anything. And then in a span of like 20, I ended up catching 8. I think I only have 7 on camera, but I caught 8 in like 20 minutes. So I don't know if it was a change in the pressure, just a change in the time of day, or just a better stretch of water. But it was crazy for it to go from so slow to so fast, so hot. I'm thankful that it did. It was fun. It was a lot of skinny fish I caught. I was surprised. We had such a wimpy winter. I figured there'd be more food and stuff available for them, and maybe they're just overpopulated, I don't know. But anyway, thanks so much for coming along. Hopefully we'll get out and get some more fishing in. I've still got a shed hunt video that I haven't posted yet, but I've already done it, and it was a good one. It's my best day so far this year. I found a handful of sheds, so that'll be coming up. I finally finished that K52 Max Oda Pro hunting flashlight review, so that'll be coming up as well. The Minute on the Mountain is from Hebrews chapter 12. We've been doing this series in the book of Hebrews, and in chapter 12, it's really the pivot of the whole book of Hebrews. All the theological truths, all the comparisons between the old covenant and the new covenant, the old priesthood to Jesus being our high priest. Now 12 is like where the rubber meets the road. And so therefore, since we're surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders us, especially the sin that entangles us. And then he talks about running the race with perseverance. And so it can be real tempted to go through a sermon like I did today, and I'll probably link the sermon in the description for you guys, and think the point is just try harder, just try harder. But verse 2 in chapter 12 gives us the secret to running the race with endurance. The author says, fix our eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith. That's the secret, guys. It's fixing our eyes on Jesus. That's going to keep us running the race. He is the prize. Like you've all heard the saying, keep your eyes on the prize. You know, the prize is worth the sacrifice you're putting in. He is the prize, eternity with him. So that's Hebrews 12, verses 1 and 2. Thanks so much for all your support. We're getting somewhat close to 1,550 subscribers. I think we're like 1,543, and 1,550 will be the next giveaway. It's going to be a trail camera and some other good stuff. So if you've watched a few videos, or maybe even a lot of videos, but never hit that subscribe button, do me a favor, please subscribe to the channel. God bless you, and we'll see you the next time we're out on the mountain.